start of the World Final. Wouldn't have it any other way, but Rlcs on the plan. Yerke's going to get up quickly. He does.
RLCS 2026 is upon us. Almost. We're positively thrilled about what's to come, especially as Big Player has shockingly already joined Big Team in the off-season at the time of me reading this script. But instead of wondering if new Super Team will get on better than 2025's Vitality, spoilers, let's loop back around and see what happened in 2025, starting rather neatly with Vitality. In our beautiful global esport, 7 different regions would begin their journey to the World Championships in Lyon with online qualifiers. If the pundits were to be believed, one thing every team had in common was an instinctive fear of these 3.
We're looking for Exotic in the centre. Exotic picks that towards goal. What a pick that is!
Zen had now been, at the very least, in the conversation for world's best for the last couple of years. Exotic and Monkey Moon had won Worlds the season before with BDS, with Exotic season MVP and Monkey Moon, now a 2-time world champion, seen as the GOAT. Sorry, Turbo.
They scored more goals than we did in some matches. That's probably the main reason we took them to Game 5.
Vitality's European Blitz started, well, blitzingly, reaching the Open 1 Grand Finals while barely dropping a game. Next to fall to the sword would be poor old Carmine Corp. Oh, you know what? Maybe this Raleigh fella was a bigger part of BDS's 2024 success than we gave him credit for. Elsewhere, NRG, that's the former G2 roster for anyone who didn't watch a single second of Rocket League last season, but did watch enough Rocket League the season before to know that Beast Mode, Atomic and Daniel played for G2. And if that's you, welcome back. Well, they won in North America, as expected. Furia won in South America, as expected. Falcons found victory in MENA. Wildcard won once more in OCE. And the artists who would later be known as Foot Esports donned the crown in Sub-Saharan Africa, all as expected. Finally on our list, we had APAC, where Malaysia's very own Sphinx fought valiantly through one full import team after another. Sphinx, Catalysm and Sosa, you've got our attention, fellas. Open 2 was mostly rinse and repeat, with Stizzy, apparently Jack, and Jorias emerging for Dignitas in Europe, with a big second place finish. And massive upsets happened over in Oceania.
That's gonna do it! Scrim's World, they're gonna take down DSM, give them one more goal!
And MENA, where finally, after 7 regional wins in a row, Falcons were felled by their local rivals. If things seemed cookie cutter, we needn't have worried, for the cookie would soon crumble in ways we never saw crumbing. No offense to Sam, MENA, SSA and OCE, but the Open 3 stories to tell your nan about happened in good old NA and EU. From deep in the depths of their respective leaderboards, allow us to introduce the incredible tale of Gen GK.
Just win this and then go beat KC. Be the first team to beat KC in the last 2 seasons during a winter main event. It's nothing too much for them. They just can't quite get them. Silky smooth mechanics.
They've done it. They've done it. The ball's dead in the corner. KC have got nothing. GK have just done the impossible.
Gen G, they have to win the event. They're not winning the event, dude. That's not happening.
Before was a little different of a story. Reynolds off the backboard, though.
Magic Bear's got something to say about it. Bang, bang! Can he get the pixie dust? Do they need to rub the genie's lamp? Do they have to wish for the victory at this point? The G's, the bear! Gen GK!
Different weekends, different regions, equally incredible stories. GK and Gen G had forced their way to Birmingham.
Oh, classic Gen G Mobile 1 racing.
Next up, Birmingham. 16 teams would compete for the season's first major, with over $100,000 to be nabbed by the winners. The big faves, the Blue Wall. Just behind them, Falcons. In the conversation, NRG. All 3 won their first 2 matches, though not always easily, before they'd finally face one another in round 3.
Maybe start to press the panic button as they get caught out again. K-Corp into the playoffs.
It was read by NRG well. Monkey Moon sees up Exotic. The double could be on Exotic!
Vitality take the dub.
Who could have guessed that an RLCS major had some serious depth and Vitality was still dangerous? Speaking of depth, Apex Luminosity had lost their first 2 series.
Sosa's in. This might be the end for Rlcs. Gets the double. He's taken up. Catalysm rolls it.
Wildcard, with Torsos at his 803rd RLCS LAN, would at least be able to avenge their fallen Aussie brethren.
And if anything, they've left their net open!
Luminosity have sent OCE home.
Oh, APAC, we still see you. Sadly, LG's 5th series would be against a Falcons team who are very much not interested in being reverse swept out of the Swiss. And with this, we had our playoffs. The Ultimates, who'd reached and lost the last 2 North American Grand Finals en route to Birmingham, had a tough test against an exceedingly strong Team Vitality on European soil.
Oh, keep it up against First Killer. They keep it up again. Exotic sets it high.
The complete push is on favour of Vitality here. The First Killer wants to keep history on his side.
Sorry, Vitality. Depth giveth and depth taketh away. Carmine Corp more than lived up to top billing as they stormed to the Grand Finals, where, on the other side of the bracket, North America was proving its worth.
Looks for the pass to Daniel. Daniel,
All of NRG front post their low boost. First Killer, can he get one?
Ultimates upsetting NRG for the 2nd semi-finals in a row guaranteed at least a silver medal. But maybe, just maybe, if Ultimates held their nerve and fought for one another, they'd upset the odds and...
But they are forcing Carmine Corp into making these errors up in their own pace, dealing with it.
Left-hand side now sees LJ have to do something. That's central, that's open, and that is Vatira.
Ah, fair enough then. Carmine Corp were your Major 1 winners, and, without doubt, the best team in the world. Vatira had been here, done that before though. Won a Major, then stumbled at Worlds. With this org just a few years ago. For Carmine Corp, the hard part would be keeping up this scintillating form until the one Vatira really wanted. Between then and Worlds though, stood Split 2. Split 1 to Split 2 brought serious change. Gentlemates had failed with the Rodosin experiment, so he was out in favour of Eugen, the new French wonder kid on the block. More intriguingly, North America had done one of the most high-profile straight swaps in RL history. As Rebellion fell in lower bracket 1 against the 9 Lives team who'd also lost Kofa to Space Station Gaming in another high-profile switch, Genji and Justin continued their tremendous start to Split 2. In the semi-finals, the region's 2 most high-profile new boys would do battle.
Indecisive, it's open. Wide open, Genji on top. Oh, Scribbles, hard cheat forward. Magic Bear over everybody.
NRG would still win the finals, obviously, but it was a great start for Genji is what we're saying. Gentlemate's start in Europe wasn't too much worse, defeating Ninjas in Pyjamas en route to a Game 7 overtime loss against Carmine Corp, who would also win the Grand Finals. Again, obviously. Less obvious was the result in South America, where Team Secret had clearly been cooking up a storm after only getting a single, underwhelming win in Birmingham.
La salvada cortesía de los, la que le cabe uno para afuera, bota, otra vez los, sí!
Open 5 saw SSG and Kofa begin their ascendancy to the top of the region, until their first ever RLCS Grand Finals, which it's fair to say felt pretty flat.
And it's open. Atomic just has to bank the shot, and he does. It's very rare to see this level of domination at the team.
Grand Finals.
The only real upset was in Europe, where one tried and tested trio had been steadily improving throughout the season.
The surprise shot of Vitality almost catches him off guard. Apparently Jack off the steal and he drops it!
That's how new his teammate had to actually answer on Vatira! It's not enough, but what a save!
And Dignitas, for the first time this season, win!
Open 6 represented many teams' last chance to make a dent in 2025. Most major qualifiers were already done and dusted, but 1 or 2 question marks remained. Torsos, Fever and Banana Head had once more dominated in OCE, but a semi-finals loss to healthy Chiefs meant the latter would endure a single best-of-7 against TSM, where the winner would make not only the Major, but the Esports World Cup 2025 and the World Championships too. In other words, heaps of pressure, mate.
But it looks like TSM are going to be holding out, and CJ, you called it. It's all super lucky.
Over in North America, the Ultimates were suffering second split syndrome after their run to the Birmingham Grand Final. They need to run well in Open 6 and hope a bunch of other teams did badly to make Raleigh.
Give me 2 feet. Oh, Chronic almost with the laser. LJ off the ceiling. Going across. Back to first killer denied. Atomic.
Well, what do you know? They ran really well and a bunch of other teams did badly. We had our Raleighites. 13 of the 16 Raleigh qualifiers had also made Birmingham, with just Gentlemates post-Eugen transfer for GK, Space Station post-Kofa transfer for Complexity, and TSM post-presumably improving a bunch behind the scenes for Healthy Chiefs being the only changes. Sadly for Wildcard, there was another great parallel between Major 1 and 2. Their performance in the Swiss.
It just got away from you. Game 1, probably their best played game as a team.
Sphinx just always up in the air in the midfield, but Sosa reads where this was going to be cleared off.
Fellow Aussies TSM would do a little bit better. They at least beat Foot, but the region had well and truly boarded the struggle bus. At least they had company though. Fellow passengers SSG could also only beat Foot before being sent home from their first ever RLCS LAN. All around us, the Raleigh Swiss was throwing up shocks. Brazilian beasts Furia found themselves in a Series 5 survival match with Major 1 winners Carmine Corp.
Carmine Corp gonna keep this one up. Raleigh looking to end it. Raleigh! Oh!
While Birmingham's silver medalists would need to get past plucky Team Secret to avoid being reverse swept out of the Swiss themselves.
KV1 to the backcourt, leaves it for
Brazil had new beasts in town. Sorry, Furia. Turns out the real Sam Super Team was the friends we made along the way. Gen G's legendary new recruit had one last chance to play in front of a North American crowd for the first time since the 2022 World Championships. But sadly for Justin, he could not do what he could before. Gen G's loss, however, was absolutely Twisted Mind's gain, and they rewarded their fans with one of the series of the season, let alone the tournament.
And you heard Gibbs say, as the #1 offense coming in, you expect so much from them, but they give up another goal here.
Rise, headed downfield, looking for the pass. Dupo, shot, goal!
Carmine Corp's quest for perfection had been brought to an incredible halt by Vatira's old teammate Rise. Twisted Minds had further proven that Rocket League's depth lays far beyond the shores of Europe and North America. A reminder, what would turn out to be a timely reminder, that MENA can rival the very best the rest of the world can throw at it. As if EU's ego wasn't scarred enough, enter Team Secret.
A little bit of possession, good cut there from Seiko to throw Swift off. Doesn't need to get the ball, but just needs to make sure he's not comfortable. Demo. He gets Demo though! Bang! We talk about the defense being much improved. The goal line defense especially showing up right there.
Infield pass.
Quick shot! Falcons survive and sweep their way out of the series.
Finally took his opportunity. Daniel running forward, beast mode underneath, and the 50 goes out to Daniel. Off the wall, off the corner, it is! Well, Atomic and it looked like beast mode both there to stop the play on that occasion. And it's Killers again!
Team Falcons to the grand final! Dizzy trying everything he can to get Dignitas on the board. Jack gets the demo. Dorian.
Oh, hold on.
He's still going. He's boosted. He's got the reset. Doesn't want to give Falcons possession. They've seen enough of that. Dorian, great first touch. Has the reset. Dizzy's harassing TRK. Oh, Dorian again!
Dizzy's going to go for it. Doesn't make the touch. He's falling down. Trying to get the stop. Great jump from TRK. Backward bounce. Team Falcons win!
Dignitas had fought deep to their depths, their Dutch great white shark in particular lurking in wait for every Falcons mistake. But the Twins and Saudi Arabia's favourite son, despite their thrilling brand of fake heavy Rocket League, rarely make mistakes. Saudi Arabia, this was your moment. Speaking of Saudi Arabia, we then held our yearly jaunt to Falcons' neck of the woods, where GK were beaten in the grand finals by France's favourite sons.
Now Atto with a free reset. Looking for the ground half volley, followed by the 50. So dangerous for KSV.
Army Court, your Esports World Cup champions!
1 year prior, Team BDS had launched their World Championship bid with victory in this very tournament. So Karmine Corp had shaken off their Rise-fronted hoodoo at the perfect time, with the biggest event of the year to be held at their home ground right around the corner. Did someone say Sacre Bleu? Before Lyon could so much as set the escargot to a simmer, 4 more teams from the season's best performing regions would join the 16 who'd already made it. The World Championships is always the pinnacle of the season, from Over Zero's air dribble in Season 1 to Beast Mode looking on forlornly as Monkey Moon lifted his second trophy. This, though, had all the ingredients to be something special. French fans had awaited this moment since the hairy dude Batmobiled the air dribble, and now just 2 more game days separated them and the LDLC arena. Those 2 days would be a battle for survival, starting with a double elimination play-in.
Down to 45 seconds now as Magic Bear beaten by Abdullah. Is that just in? No, it is! And Rock might have put away Genji.
I don't know if that's got a name, but he's called something because we have seen that. Oh wow, what a challenge that is, and the demo as well.
Genji finding the defensive touches they need, and that's a big mistake for him. He's laid back. Is that game? It might just be.
Because you're so far ahead. Sphinx and Sosa together. Reset down.
With 20 teams down to a more manageable 16, the big boys joined the party, and we split into 2 groups. Surviving in the upper bracket would guarantee top 6 and a match on Championship Sunday. Those spots were snapped up by giants, Ultimates, Falcons, NRG. Wait, who's that with the steel chair?
What are you doing in my prac room?
And now Joris has to jump. Can he get there first? No, he loses that one as it floats.
OCE's ace in the hole has come up huge and trumped Dignitas.
Oceania had its moment. And while it was a great chance for us to spam our favourite GIF all over Twitter, it arguably meant even more to OCE as a region. They've been overtaken by APAC this season, mocked, questioned. Now here is where it mattered most. Rising from the ashes of their dignity was none other than Australia's GOAT, whose first RLCS LAN was in Season 3. Wildcard could take Friday off, and not because they were eliminated this time, as if they had any interest in the lower bracket. Bah.
But we go to overtime on Champions Field. Golden goal, playoff goal. Is it GK? Only pump. Still going, Atto. Has Raleigh on the left as well. He's going to go to the ground. Popped up. Reveal. Looking to try and get rid of it. Swifts all the way up. Position. Who's the next one to?
This season's protagonist, not a word by the way, Cole, Super Team Vitality would have to endure a must-win matchup against Ninjas in Pyjamas, who'd picked up their former Worlds winner Radosin ahead of their last chance qualifier success.
Set out to do some work to not get that one as an own goal. And they need to act now. Oh, the floor pitch from Radosin. That was massive. Must he follow the What on earth are you doing, NIP?
In an instant, 2 of last year's Worlds winners were gone, defeated by the very player they'd replaced. For NIP, an up and down season had its defining moment. Down to just 8, it was time for the playoffs. Ninjas in Pyjamas had had their time in the sun, and Karmine Corp weren't playing around in front of a frantic blue wall. While the upper bracket matches wouldn't disappoint, they were sandwiched by something unique.
But I'm also very excited for the thing I get to announce right now, which is RLCS 2025.
We will have an RLCS 1v1 champion.
All season, a 1v1 battle had been brewing. Back in Birmingham, unsigned European representative Moxie...
Let's go, Moxie!
Let's go, Moxie. Let's go, Moxie.
Had faced furious Jan to reach the 1v1 grand final in Lyon.
Moxie doesn't need to rush this. He could dribble it back again if he wanted to, just to confirm the win. He's going to try and keep the pressure on Jan and could look to win by scoring again.
With France's rep locked in, Raleigh saw NA import Diaz against Saudi Arabia's very own Nubo. I mean, Naupo. Nubo?
Less than 2 minutes to go. Naupo's been getting back into this one. He does hold match point.
Huge moment right here. Reset over the top three. Doubling opens those. Naupo to Lyon. We've got Saudi Arabia versus France for the 1v1 World Champ final.
It was finally the moment these solo champions had been waiting and training for. The title of world's best 1v1er. For Moxie, this meant focusing on flip resets, while 10,000 plus compatriots did this. For Nubo, it meant doing his best to silence them.
The French crowd have been divided. It's KC, it's Vitality, it's Redocent. Maybe except Wildcard brought everyone together, but Moxie! He's up again, reset straight away. Look at the pressure, 12 boost. Moxie just can't get up, but he still makes the save. 0 boost, more pressure, good luck. Low 50 coming through. Oh, he's actually going to take it the other way. Very risky, but he's done well and he's got the ball.
That's classy. Now here is a ceiling shot. It's more of Moxie's.
Will he keep it down? Will Naupo want to keep this ball up?
Oh my. He's done it!
Nubo was the 1v1 champion of the world, and the French crowd loved it. Anyway, back to the 3v3.
Chronic gets it to the side, but Zera is lingering. Charlie makes it almost easy for him as he leads! Alshay waits, it's a little bit awkward, the pass through from Chronic. Chronic has to try and make amends, but Casey move through to the semi-finals.
I have never seen anyone knighted with a baguette before.
Taking everybody in their path down for the most part up until yesterday, the first loss. Joyo bumped up the backboard.
Like Banana here with the 50. Fever has to throw himself on that double committed. It's just Banana and he's backwards. GK through to the semi-finals.
Carmine Corp cruised to the semis, while Wildcard's Wonder Run was brought to a good-natured end by a GK whose journey to this point began all the way back in Open 3, when a fairy tale regional win took them to Birmingham, then Lyon, and now the semi-finals. Team Falcons, Carmine Corp, NRG, and GK were your RLCS 2025 World Championship semi-finalists.
I hope you put your seatbelt on because this is what you come to a World Championship for.
The reset, but just an eye opens the gap for TRK. Trolley, we haven't really said his name in a while. He's been quiet, and the demo opens it up. And GK, once again, almost see it just glide into their goal. Now they've got one goalkeeper left. Archie clears, only into the infield. Baseman scores!
There's so many cars in the way of it. There's so many challenges lined up, one after another, that you're going to need to do better. Oh, that's one way to do it.
Only as far as Daniel. He's at a boost. Atomic's waiting. Goes back. Europe obliterated! It's time to write the final chapter. Only one team will emerge as your 2025 World Champion. We'll learn a lot about both teams' mettle. It's Daniel! The reset! The doubt surely starts to creep in. Beast mode, double tap! Bang! They've done so now, thanks to another demolition. Loose in front, through Wasp to TRK, and he scores! Oh my goodness, what a play! And Killers had to send it downfield. TRK couldn't stay down there. He had to run back, and that's make it on the keys, on the wall!
Beast Mode had endured World's Grand Finals heartbreak just 1 year prior. Now, it was not only his time, it was North America's, winning its first World Championship since NRG in Season 8. The first NA team without an import player since Season 6. 2026 will entirely shake up the RLCS landscape once again. Rosters have already changed, new heroes have started to emerge, and most excitingly, we'll welcome an official 2v2 circuit alongside the 3v3 and 1v1 we all know and love. Next season will be bigger, better, and cool goalsier than ever. But will NRG retain their title? Tune in from November 22nd this year to find out.